Michael, let's go to the hotline. And let's welcome in the new head coach of the Austin High Maroons down there in Austin County, or in the Austin area. We're pleased to be joined by Coach Jason Cecil. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time. You are taking over the big chair there at Austin High, and I am curious, when you got that call that it was going to be you to succeed Coach Riley. I'm curious what your reaction was.
I was excited. I'd been a head coach, athletic coordinators for 11 years. So before I came here, I was on staff as defensive coordinator. So kind of taking a step back, and that really gave me a little energy and new life, and excited to get the opportunity to do it again.
You were a longtime coach there at Pflugerville-Conley. Before that, you were there at Austin McCallum. I'm interested in the transition that you've got to make with the guys in the room, right? With your players who have viewed you as defensive coordinator, now as the head coach. How did you address your guys the first time that you addressed them as their head coach?
Yeah, it was good. I got a great reception for our kids, which obviously made me feel good. But, I've been the defensive coordinator. They know me. We've been, when we go against our offense, we've done pretty well. And so they knew me pretty good. And I just like to have a good time with our kids, period. So I talk to our offensive guys constantly, even though I'm on the defensive side, and you're recruiting them constantly. Like, hey, you probably could play some corner for us. But so it was well received, and really the transition's been smooth and easy.
You are taking over a program, a playoff team a year ago. Obviously have high hopes this year. When you take a look at this roster for the Maroons that you're taking over, what excites you about this particular group of guys?
I think we're losing a great group of guys. I will say that. Those guys help us get to the playoffs. But we've got some good young talent. We've got some talent at receiver. We've got to find ways to get the ball in their hands a little bit more. Really like our young quarterbacks that are coming in for us. I think those guys got a chance. We got really two of them that I love that have different skill sets, and we're looking for ways to use them both. And then we've got some experience in the D-line. Our defensive tackle, I think, should be a strength for us. And we're looking for help in the secondary, but have had some guys come back to the program that I think are going to serve us well in that role.
Talking with Jason Cecil, head coach of the Austin High Maroons here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at #TFToday. Coach, I am interested also in the transition from the defensive coordinator position to the head coach as it pertains to your involvement. And you mentioned you're always recruiting the offensive guys to come play a little bit of defense. You're a guy who's been defense coordinator a lot of places. You're a defense coordinator at Round Rock Stony Point when they were really cooking in the earlier part of the last decade. I am interested in how you are going to, I guess the word would be maybe step away from the nuts and bolts on the defensive side. You got a great defensive coordinator there in Rocky Clark. I'm curious how that dynamic is going to work there.
Yeah, that's been good. Rocky came along. He's been with me since Stony Point days and been my coordinator at McCallum and at Stony Point and at Conley. So that part's been easy. He can step right in. I've been more hands off right now probably than ever, just trying we've got a new offense coordinator, John Brooks. Mm-hmm. And so I'm spending a lot more time on that side of the ball, watching our O-line, things of that nature. But that piece has made it easy, just having Rocky along and him knowing what we do and how I operate. And I'm really, probably for the first time in a long time, even as a head coach in the past, I coached a position. And right now I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to evaluate everything we're doing and find ways to do it better.
You mentioned the quarterback position. I know there's a couple of guys you're excited about there. You are going to be kind of looking at what you guys are going to bring back. You graduate relatively heavy, but you're going to have some young guys. Do you feel like there is this younger group, especially junior class? How much are they going to need to step up for you guys to get where you guys want to go?
Yeah, they're going to have to step up a lot. I mean, like I said, we were a really senior-heavy team, and as far as players and leadership role, so we've worked a lot on that just in the short time I've been in charge of building some leadership skills with these kids. But those guys are going to have to play now, and a lot of them have played. We've got Reed Childers at running back has done a good job for us. Enzo Hoopman at receiver, a guy that averaged, I think about 17 yards per catch. We got to get the ball in his hands a little more. Logan Davis, same thing, probably one of our best athletes. We got to find ways to get all those guys more involved and get the ball in their hands.
Jason Cecil, head coach of the Austin High Maroons, joining us here. Coach, the good thing is that it's not like your district is all that tough. They're in District 26-6A. All you're dealing with is, Lake Travis and Westlake and Dripping Springs and Bowie and all those outstanding football teams. To be the man, you got to beat the man. When you take a look at District 26-6A as a coach, I'm curious what you see.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the top 6A districts in the state. We're at the bottom end of it numbers wise. I think we were about 25 or less kids over the number last time, so we're a small group. So what we're trying to do right now is maximize our talent. We're working some crossover where we're going to use some kids both ways, which is not something we've done in the past, and just trying to find ways to do that efficiently and do it well. So that's kind of our focus right now, is developing depth within the program, because that's what we've lacked, honestly. We can hang in with people for a little while, but we just get wore down with our low numbers. So we're going to try to develop a little depth, playing a few guys both ways in some special situations.
Now, finally, Coach, I'm calling you Coach. I know the folks around the field house call you Coach, but I am curious of what one person calls you. Case, your grandson Case. I'm always curious from this perspective, because football coaches, big burly guys until they get around their grandkids, and then you're toast. What is your grandpa name?
Grumpy.
Grumpy?
Yeah. So I came home, I guess, grumpy one day, and my daughter said that he's grumpy, and that's what he started calling me. So I've been grumpy ever since.
That's awesome.
It's probably the only time you like being called grumpy, though, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I love that kid. He's brought a lot of joy to our family, and keeps me young.
He's Jason Cecil. He's the new head coach of the Austin High Maroons. Only one person can call him grumpy. We appreciate your time, Coach. Congratulations again on the new gig, and looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the fall.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he goes. Jason Cecil, head coach of the Austin High Maroons.